Well, I'm out here at Bauman's Farm and Garden, and we're going to be talking about squash. I'm here with Brian Bauman, and he's probably got more information on squash than I'll ever have. So let's just start right in with these delicata.
This is a delicata, and it's by far our favorite and our best-selling squash because it has a wonderful sweet flavor, and it has a really nice texture. A lot of people tell me they don't like squash because it has kind of an unusual texture. This has a great texture, and it's great to prepare too. It's really easy. 3 minutes in the microwave, poke some holes in it, do 3 minutes again, kind of cut it in half, scoop out the seeds, put maybe some brown sugar and some butter in. 3 minutes again, you're done.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. There
That's
you go.
right.
Now, that's hideous right there.
This is the Hubbard squash. And a lot of times, Hubbards get huge. And people are, well, that's too big. I could never eat all of that. I'm going to be saving it for the entire winter. Well, this one we started growing a couple years ago. This is called a baby blue,
nice.
Which is great. You get that great Hubbard squash flavor, but you don't have to feed 30 people with it, which is nice. We also have some spaghetti squash. Spaghetti squash is really fun because you can cook this, scoop it out, or rake your fork through the meat, and then put some spaghetti sauce on top of that, and you kind of have your own spaghetti squash.
You're having pasta without having pasta.
Exactly.
Now, I found this interesting because this is pie making stuff right
Yes,
there.
this is a sweetmeat squash, and what a lot of people don't know about pumpkin pie is their pumpkin pie filling usually comes from squash rather than from pumpkins. Pumpkin is a very watery meat. Sweetmeat has that same great flavor, but isn't nearly as watery as pumpkin gets. So usually when you want to make a pumpkin pie, sweetmeat squash is the place to get
I
it.
did not know that, and now I do. Now, I don't. What's the apple cider here?
Apple cider. This is a perfect time of the year for apple cider. And our apple cider is different because we use a UV light machine. So what that means is there's a machine that when the cider's done being squished out, it goes through all these tubes and UV light hits it, which takes out any of the bacteria that's present, but doesn't change the sugar content of it. So we get the same effects of pasteurizing it without actually having to change it.
Wow, that's fascinating. And now, squash, apple cider, there's a whole lot of stuff going on here, though, for the next 2 weekends.
Yep.
Let's go over some of what's happening.
So October's a great time of the year to come to Bauman
It's
Farms.
your spring, isn't it?
That's right. So we've got all kinds of mazes and zip lines. Probably our most popular activity is our dark maze, which is great for the older kids. It's got about 2,000 bales in there. Takes up to an hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours to get through.
Wow.
A lot of fun.
So if you want to like get rid of your kids for a while, you can put them in the dark maze, and for an hour you can go have some great food.
Yep, come in the coffee shop, have a coffee, bakery, and 2 hours later they'll be ready to go.
Well, you know, and don't forget, Bauman's also has great plants for sale too, and they have a wonderful gift shop and all kinds of, you know, frozen fruits and fresh. I mean, just a ton of stuff to do. So you got 2 weekends left. You can go to gardentime.tv. We'll click you over to their website for all the information. Come on out, spend the day, have a great time. Brian, always a pleasure. Thanks, man.
Thank you.